Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Elma. Welcome to my space. This is a space for inspiration and change. If you're new here or you're seeing my beautiful face for the first time, you're welcome. Please consider subscribing. You're gonna love it in this house. And if you're a return subscriber of mine, I want to say thank you for always coming back to support me. So I decided to do this video today. Okay, I just felt like I should do this video. And welcome to another episode or another series or another episode on my series of my birth on pregnancy and delivery journey. Yeah, so this is another episode of my pregnancy and delivery journey. So today I'm going to be sharing with you all something really important, and I feel like this topic is going to be interesting, and we're also going to have lessons we learn from this. Okay, so I want to talk about the topic why it took us a long time to have children. Okay, why it took me about 4 years to have a child. Like, I want to talk to you all about why that happened. Okay, so for me to be able to do that, let's do a little backstory. Now, um I moved to South Korea in the year 2019. So in the year 2019, that was the year I got married. So me and my husband actually were following our trip to South Korea alongside planning our marriage. So that's how it was working at the time. So by the time we were applying for school, we knew that we were going to travel. So we were also at the same time planning for school and planning our wedding. So about 1 or 2 weeks, that was like 1 or 2 weeks after our wedding, we moved to South Korea. Now, even before my wedding, like, one thing I had always had at the back of my mind is that um, I was not planning to have children immediately after marriage. You know how someone would just get married and immediately start working towards having children? No, I wasn't looking forward to that, and I didn't want that. Like, I needed time to study my husband, not like really study, but needed time to just be me and my husband, to understand ourselves more, because once children start coming, you're never going to have that alone time again with your husband. That's really a family you're creating, and it's never going to be the same thing. So for me, I was looking like, okay, maybe 1 year, maybe 1.5 year, maybe 1.5 years, then we can start considering having children. But to say in my first year of marriage I was looking forward to have children, to having children, no, that was not part of my plan. So for my husband, he was saying he wants after like 3 or 4 years, but me, I was like, that's too much. Maybe I can go highest 2 years is going to happen. So, like I said, we talked about all of that, and then before coming, we had made our arrangements. Like, we knew we're not going to start having children immediately, anyways. So we moved to Korea, and after moving to Korea, first time when we came to Korea, we had to stay in a dormitory. Like, life was hard. Trust me, life was really difficult. So we had to stay in the dormitory. It's compulsory. The school we moved to, whenever you arrive, you are obligated or obliged to stay in the dormitory for at least 3 months or 6 months before you. At that time it was 6 months. Now it's 3 months. 6 months before you think of ever leaving. So we're stuck there. And then the fun is that, imagine for somebody who just got married. We got married 2 weeks ago, and then we moved to Korea. Then we had to stay in separate dormitories. My husband had to stay in the boys' dormitory. Like, let me not say dormitory, let me just say hostel. Like, boys' hostel, and then I was staying in the girls' hostel. So we had to be apart for like 3 months. Hardest time of my life. Imagine just getting married and being away from your husband. Yeah, but that was how it is. Boys are not allowed to come to the girls' dormitory. Girls are not allowed to go to the boys' dormitory. Yeah, but we used to have our meetings outside and stuff like that, but we couldn't stay in the same place. But after some few months, then we moved to our own accommodation. That was just a little backstory. So, seeing all these things and how everything was going and how difficult it was at the time, like, life was hard. When you just come to a new country, you have to first of all settle in that country. You have to think about making money. It was hard when we moved here. Life was really hard. We couldn't get jobs until it was like 3 or 4 months. And then I'm like, me at that time, I wasn't even thinking. Anybody that was asking me about that, when are you planning to have children? When are you planning to have children? I would just look at you like this. What is this person even saying? I won't even answer them. But at the back of my mind, I knew that I wasn't planning to have children anyways in my first year of marriage, not even in the second year. So after that time, you know, we things started getting better little by little. but still we're not planning like anytime soon to like have children. We're maybe looking at, okay, according to my husband, he wanted that he said it's going to be like a bit difficult for me at the time to be in school, because school was really demanding. To be in school and then to be pregnant, it was going to be stressful. So we're looking at, okay, maybe like in my last semester, like the last year, yeah, it could be like last semester of the last year, which is like 3.5, like after doing 3.5 years, meaning in the last half of the last semester, then we could start thinking of that. So but me, I was planning like, at the back of my mind, I had it that I'm going to be telling him like, please, maybe like in the last year, because 3 years is a lot, a lot of time, waiting. Of course, everybody wants to be a mother, and I didn't really want to be having children very late. So I was planning like, even though he was saying in the last semester of our final year, I was planning to like, I was planning to like work something out with him to say like, okay, let's even be in the last year, not the last semester, at least let's be 3 years. So unfortunately, something happened that changed the whole idea of everything that happened. So in the year 2019 of December, not 2019, 2020 December, I felt sick. Like I was very, very sick. Yeah. And I had to undergo some treatment. I will start another series after my pregnancy and delivery journey series. I'm going to start another series, which I'm going to be talking about that sickness and everything that happened. For now, I'm not going to talk about that, okay? So at that time, that sickness came. That was in the year 2020, and at the back of my mind, I was planning like 2020, 2020, 2020. I was planning like 2022. I'll be thinking of having children. That was what I was thinking in my mind. But in the year 2020, unfortunately, I became really sick, and that sickness took me 3 years, almost, yeah, like 3 years, 2.5 years maybe, to be able to overcome that sickness before I could finally stay away from medications. So I was constantly on medications for the past 2.5 years. It's only in the year July 2023 that I finally stopped taking medication. So imagine from December 2020 to July 2023, I was on medications every single day. And so while I was on those medications, I was warned in the hospital like, I have to avoid getting pregnant because the kinds of medications that I was taking were very dangerous medications, and that the medications could have caused harm if I tried to get pregnant. So I had to do everything to not get pregnant, okay? So initially we had been planning, long and short of this is that initially we had been planning that from the beginning we're not going to start having children, for us to like bond together, know ourselves more, enjoy our time, just the two of us, before children start coming. Children are a whole handful and a whole lot. So we needed to have that time, like I said, because that time is never going to come again once the children start coming. But my plan wasn't to wait for 4 years. My plan was at least 2.5 years. But unfortunately, sickness came and changed the whole trajectory, and we had to wait for 4 years. But even if I tell you even the way the baby came, like I'll do another video to tell you all the manner in which I found out that I was pregnant and everything. Even the way the baby came, I wasn't even, because I had just finished the treatment I was getting, right? So I was thinking that it would take me a while again, it would take maybe another year for me to be able to like, start trying to have children. But the baby, anyways, I'll say that one in another video. It's a video on its own, okay? So like I said, the main reason why it took me like 4 years was in the end because of health reasons. Now I want to say this thing, please, people should stop this attitude of like, when somebody is married and somebody has not had a child, like people should stop poking their noses into people's businesses. Like, you don't know what somebody is going through. You don't know what somebody is. I was battling sickness. I was battling for my life. I was struggling. I didn't even have enough blood. I was having blood shortage and I had to be relying on transfusions. Then somebody will come and be telling me, oh, you're not pregnant, this and that, and without even knowing what you go through. Like, the world we live in is very funny. People are so nosy that they don't know where to draw the boundaries. Like, there are some people who genuinely care. Like, Some people who genuinely care, they'll come low key and ask you like, is there anything wrong or is there any issue? At least you know the ones that should just, you know that like you see people who are genuine, people who show concern, but there are those ones that are just so nosy that they just want to know even things that don't concern them. The worst thing you can ever do is to ask somebody who has been married. Let me tell you something. Just understand at the back of your mind that most people who have been married 3-4 years and they don't have children, just know that, just have it at the back of your mind. Like, never ask them, oh, when are you planning to have children? What if they are struggling? What if they are battling financially? What if they are struggling with health reasons? You don't even know what they are going through. Because somebody came and asked me like to go and see some pastor or something like that he should pray for me to have my own children. And I asked her like, did I ever tell you that I was trying to have children? You haven't even asked me. You haven't even I haven't even had that conversation with you. You just come and be like, oh, let me direct you to one man of God so that you go to him to pray for you so that you can have your own children. It might have been coming from a place of concern, but at the same time I found it annoying. Like, somebody is going through something. I was battling for my life. I was this close to death. I missed death like this. And then somebody come and telling me. And the doctors had told me that like, if you try getting pregnant, it's going to be disastrous because the medications will harm the baby and it can even harm you. So at that time, there was nothing I could do. So I only had to avoid getting pregnant at all costs. So I want to say, like in this video, that the reason why it took us long to have a baby was because of my health reasons, okay? And it's not because I had any issues. I had never even tried to conceive. I had never even attempted to do it. So I've heard all kinds of people, like some people are just like, you know, do low key be trying to find out, oh, what is the problem? That's just the society we live in. Like, you don't know what people are going through. You don't know the challenges that they are facing on a daily basis. People are never able to feed. They don't have money. That's why society puts so much pressure on people to have children, that people will go and have children that you cannot even raise them. What if we're going through financial difficulties? We should bring forth a child. Will you give us money to take care of the child? Or will you give us the finances that we need to be able to raise that child? It takes planning. It takes, you know, you have to plan to have a child and how you're going to be raising the finances to bring up. That's why many people make the mistake and then they give birth to children. Oh, a child is the whole what did they say? It's the whole world that raises a child. It's not an individual that raises a child. And before you know it, they bring forth seeds that they cannot take care of. Children are starving. Children are malnourished. Society should be very careful with the pressures that they put on people. When people are married, leave them. It's their family decision. It's their personal businesses. Whenever they choose to have children or not, if they come to you and cry that we need a solution to a problem, then you can poke your nose. But if they have not asked your opinion, please keep your opinion to yourself. Because I used to find it annoying. Somebody will just come to you, oh, this and that. When are you planning to have children? Somebody came and just asked me, oh, where's the baby? I'm like, which baby are you talking about? What baby are you talking about? Did I tell you that I was having a baby? Oh God, now I'm laughing about it. By that time I didn't find it funny at all. Anyway, so yeah, that's just a little backstory about why it took us long to have children. Okay, it's not because of I had issues conceiving. No, I've never had any issues. I've never even tried like conceiving, but it was just a matter of health reasons. Yeah, that was the main thing. And immediately my treatment finished, God just gave me the child like that without even struggling, which I'm going to do another video to explain it to you all. Okay, so like I said, please, people should stop putting pressure on people to have children. I've learned a lot because this whole time it has been me and my husband. I've learned so much about my husband, and maybe I wouldn't have learned all of those things, or he wouldn't have learned all of the things about me as well, if we just started with a family. And it's people's personal decisions, but people's personal businesses. I wouldn't have loved to stay that long if health didn't come, but it somehow worked for my favor because I've gotten to know my husband more, and we've gotten to spend time by ourselves. You know, people don't have the opportunity to do that, but like now we are ready, and we're ready for our children to start coming. Okay, we're ready to be parents. Anyways, yeah, and let me know what you think about people putting pressure on people to have children. Like, oh, let me know, what do you think about that, and what is your opinion, and what are your experiences if you're married and you've had children, or if you've ever been married and it took you a long time to have children. What has been your experiences so far? Like, what were the things you heard or people say to you that made you so annoyed? Let me know in the comment section. Anyway, let me end this video here. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I've ranted enough. Please just forgive me. The video is everywhere, but just bear with it like that. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, turn on your notification bell so that I get notified each time I post a new video. I said I'm going to be very consistent this season, and I'm trying to just do that. Okay, stay tuned for more videos, and until my next video, bye.